in reviewing the continued naming of the PMI among organisations concerned with terrorism. And as your Lordships will remember, we did that in a court action in this country some years ago, and it was then followed by the EU doing exactly the same. Why is Ashraf important? It's important because its residents are a symbol of hope and inspiration to those millions across the border in their homeland who cry freedom. And I believe that we need to signal that we stand with those millions in their struggle for freedom against the undemocratic fundamentalists now ruling in Tehran. But let me make immediately clear, not least in the light of the WikiLeaks, this does not imply or mean a call for military intervention. It does not. It is for the people of Iran to find their own way to freedom, and the PMI, which offers a secular republic respecting human rights and democracy and ending the current nuclear weapons program. That's what they want to offer in free elections, and they have undertaken to stand by the results of those elections, win or lose. My Lords, there is growing and grave urgency about the siege at Ashraf, and words are no longer enough, because we know from experience now, since the Americans handed over responsibility for safety and security, that the Iraqis are not going to fulfill the undertakings which they gave to the American forces, or which they have under international law. And I want to ask the Minister whether he might be kind enough, when he comes to respond to this debate, to answer these three questions. Will he now ask British Embassy staff in Baghdad to visit Ashraf and speak to terminal patients denied medical treatment to better assess the position firsthand, as Iraq has demonstrated its word cannot be relied upon? Secondly, will the UK encourage the UN, perhaps using US forces, with help from the United Nations Assistance Mission Iran, to ensure the proper protection of Ashraf residents by a continuing presence around the perimeter of the camp, to end the siege and the psychological torture from the loudspeakers and the interference with essential supplies to Ashraf? And thirdly, will he facilitate a visit by an all-party group of peers and MPs from both houses here to visit Camp Ashraf, to talk to residents there, and again to get a first-hand picture and to make a report when that delegation returns as to what is the present position? I just say again to your Lordships, this situation at Ashraf is headed for a humanitarian catastrophe. We cannot, we must not stand by and wait for this to happen and then start